Good afternoon, Cross-Timmers. Today is Friday, November 14th. This is Texan TV News from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. I am Leanne Flores. Here are today's top stories. In campus news, according to the Tarleton website, the Department of Diversity and Inclusion will kick off its annual Hunger and Homeless Awareness Week tonight with an event at the intramural fields located north of the Memorial Stadium. This event will last until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, and students will need to bundle up. The event is designed to give students the feeling of not having food, shelter, and other related issues in society. It is designed to raise awareness of these problems. And next week starts International Week here at Tarleton and offers an opportunity to reflect on global issues that affect everyone. The week will feature many different events that feature many cultures and allow opportunities for students to engage in social activities. One such event will be the Around the World Potluck Party tomorrow, starting at 6 and ending at 9 p.m. All guests are invited to bring a dish from their country. You can pick up an invitation to the event in the International Office, located in the bottom of the Student Center. In regional news, the Empire-Tribune reports that on Wednesday, an Erath County grand jury indicted 10 individuals, including a man charged with aggravated sexual assault on a child, which is a first-degree felony, and indecency of a child, which is a second-degree felony. According to the District Attorney Alan Nash, on September 11th, Lowell Randolph Lowry was held on both charges in crimes against two girls under the age of 14. Erath County Jail records also show he was arrested in 2007 for deadly conduct. Randolph Lowry is being held in the Erath County Jail on both charges. And now today's Texas, national, and international news, as well as your sports and weather updates from the Associated Press. In national news, Arizona rancher Jim Chilton tucked away cameras in piles of rocks in various spots throughout his property and captured dozens of illegals crossing the border from Mexico. Chilton isn't the only one quietly watching the border. Drones are the government's latest tool to monitor the over 2,000-mile Mexican boundary. The U.S. government now patrols nearly half of the Mexican border with drones in an attempt to control trenches where no agents, camera towers around sensors or fences, and present U.S. Customs and Border Protection says they add another layer of security to curb the flow of illegal immigration, drugs, and weapons. Here's what both sides have to say about the issue.
Tucked away in piles of rocks and other secret spots, Jim Chilton's hidden cameras spread across his Arizona ranch have captured dozens of people illegally crossing his property from Mexico.
This is the drug channel that the cartel leaves mostly for cartel drug movement.
And Chilton isn't the only one quietly watching the border. The government's latest tool to monitor the roughly 2,000-mile boundary with Mexico? Drones. 3 flown from here, an Army base in Arizona, where the AP got a rare look inside the operation.
The ability to have the UAS respond quickly and start searching that area and putting out that electronic fence, for lack of a better term, looking for this group of people who are going to do harm to our country is critical.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection says they add another layer of security to curb the flow of illegal immigration, drugs, and weapons. In the last few years, the drones have flown thousands of missions, but the extra eyes in the sky aren't sitting well with everyone.
There's no reason to watch me, or my family, or my dad.
John Ladd's family has raised cattle in the border town of Naco, Arizona for more than 100 years. He already has several CBP surveillance cameras on his property and calls the drones another invasion of privacy.
And I really don't like that. And part of the immigration issue is we live out in the country and we don't have any privacy because we either have illegals, dopers, or Border Patrol.
Lothar Eckert, who runs the drone surveillance program, says their mission is clear.
I don't have this requirement to go read people's license plates. I don't have this requirement to, x-ray through somebody's house. I mean, that's not what my job is to defend the border of the United States.
Something rancher Chilton supports.
But why should I be concerned about drones?
Officials are now eyeing expanding the program to the Canadian border as the government goes to new heights to catch what's happening on the ground. Brian Skoloff, Associated Press, Sierra Vista, Arizona.
In Texas news, the Texas Department of Public Safety has announced a TIPS program for the public to report stash houses for human smuggling or drug trafficking. Governor Rick Perry says the Texas Stash House Rewards program is another way for Texans to help stop crimes in their neighborhoods. The program was announced Thursday in Austin and will be funded by the governor's Criminal Justice Division. The DPS says that the effort in which Texas Crime Stoppers lets people anonymously report on stash houses. Crime Stoppers pays rewards up to $2,500 for information leading to the identification of a possible stash house used in crimes. Tips can be sent by telephone, text message, or online. In the international news, archaeologists in Bolivia have discovered a 2,000-year-old circular pyramid in the eastern department of Santa Cruz. Here's the Associated Press with the story. In sports, the Miami Dolphins took on division rivals the Buffalo Bills last night in Miami. The Dolphins railed to a win, beating the Bills 22-9. This puts the Dolphins at 6-4, which is their best record since 2008. However, the Bills continue to try and end a 14-year playoff drought, but it won't come easy as they to 5-5 with their second loss in a row. The Dallas Mavericks had their biggest win last night against Philadelphia 76ers as the team scored a grand total of 123 points and keeping Philadelphia to 70. This game surpasses the Mavs' 2010 50-point win against the New York Knicks. In Tarleton sports, the Texan basketball season kicks off its 54th season as a senior college and its 27th season under the coaching of Lon Reisman. According to the Tarleton website, this weekend starts the Texan Tip-Off Classic. The Texans will begin by playing New Mexico Highlands today at 7 and will finish with a 7 o'clock game against Lubbock Christian on Saturday. This will be the first time Tarleton State will play New Mexico Highlands, and on Saturday it will be the fourth matchup against Lubbock Christian, as Tarleton hopes to keep their undefeated record against Lubbock Christian. It's time to pull out the winter coats and scarves as the weather forecast for today is a low of 30 degrees with a little sun up until about 5 o'clock. Tomorrow's forecast calls for a high of 61 degrees and sunny. And if you're planning to attend the Texan football game tomorrow afternoon, right around game time, the temperature will be a cool 52 degrees with 17-mile-per-hour winds in Wichita Falls. Right now it's 34 degrees. This has been a production of Texan TV News, the product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Tune in to Northland Cable Channel 9 on weekdays at 12:30 for each day's top stories and Wednesdays at 1 for the week's top stories in Spanish. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all of your latest local, state, national, and international news, as well as all of your entertainment and sports updates and the live stream of Texan TV News. Today's broadcast was produced by Haley Dawson, Shelby Shaw, Josh Duran, and Caitlin Woods. I am Leanne Flores. Have a wonderful weekend, Tarleton Texans, and bleed purple.